All right, here's my current situation. This is a Pentair Pro Source 85-gallon tank, and the valve at the top has rotted off, and obviously all the air in the tank has left. And how I knew that that was happening was the pump was pulsating every few seconds. It would shut on and off. So I came out here and looked at it, investigated. I thought it might have been a transfer switch or a pressure switch. It wasn't that. And then I got to hearing the air coming out. I filled it up with my compressor to 38 pounds of PSI according to the instructions, and the air just came right back out. So I replaced the valve in the middle of this valve stem, and it still leaked air. So now I got to replace the whole rubber gasket and everything with a new one. So I called the well people and asked them if this could be done, and they said, no, it cannot be done. You've got to replace the whole tank. And I said, well, good God, that's going to be $1,200. And he goes, no, it's going to be $1,800. And I'm like, you're telling me just because that $2 valve broke at the top, it's $1,800 to replace it? And they go, oh yeah, you need a whole new tank because the valve at the top is connected with the bladder. Well, it's not connected with the bladder. The bladder sits in the bottom of the tank. The water comes in and fills it up, and the air from the top pushes down on the top there, and it creates a force to make your water come out and go to your house. So anyway, I thought that's just crazy. I'm not doing that. There's got to be another way. So what I've done is I went online and I bought this kit for 17 bucks. It's supposed to remove the valve stem and everything with this little contraption here that's got a little hook on it. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do today. And if that fails, the second option would be to turn the tank over and unscrew the bottom and roll the bladder over to the side, and then come in from the bottom and push the new valve in from the inside out. That's a lot of work, so we're going to try the easiest way first. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is get some liquid dishwashing detergent and put some detergent on it right here. Put some detergent on this so it'll slide in. You're supposed to be able to push in beside it here. We'll see how this is going to work. And it goes in. Okay, now I got it in. Now I got to pull the whole thing out. Let me get my ladder for this one. All right, so let's give it a little bit of a tug here. I think it's going to come out willingly, so we're going to try. Got to make sure the hook's facing the right direction, though. Okay, there it is. Pulled it out. Wasn't that easy, but I got it. Okay, so there it is. You can see how the hook thing just pulls it right out. All right, so this is how this kit works. This kit came with extra pieces, extra valve stems and such. It's all good to go. We're going to screw this on here like this. We're going to put soap all around it. We're going to push it through here, and it's going to shrink it enough to go through that hole in the top of the tank. But I'll tell you what, this tool right here, I tried for 2 hours to get this thing out the other day. I used every piece of wire that I could find in the yard, and I could not get it out. This thing pulled it out in less than 10 seconds. For 17 bucks, that's a deal for me. Should have bought it a long time ago. All right, so let's hope this works. Because if it does, saving $1,800, it's worth it all day. And I'm gonna go one step farther. I'm gonna put a little bit down this tube. Get a little soap in the water, and the tank is okay, I guess. It'll come out eventually. All right, so I'm gonna get this thing lubricated. Let's go give it a shot. All right, so here's the moment of truth. This is supposed to go in there. We're gonna find out if it works. gonna have to put some serious force on it to get it to go down in there. All right, here we go. Holy crap, it actually worked. Okay, before I pull that off, I want to show you what it looks like. Okay, so, come on camera, focus. You can do it. Gee whiz. All right, so there it is. It's in the hole. I just got to pull it up just a little bit to make sure it's flush. And then I'll disconnect it. There we go, pulled out just a little bit. Sorry about the wobbling, I'm on a ladder trying to do this. This tank is pretty tall, actually. Okay, so there you have it. That's how it's done. Just unscrew it right here. But we're not quite done yet. We gotta drain this tank and then we gotta pressurize it. So hang tight, guys, let's get this going too. Make sure it doesn't leak. All right, there you have it. They said it couldn't be done from the well people, but I just proved them wrong right there. It can be done without having to turn the tank over, take the bottom of the tank off. That would have been a pain in the ass. But yeah, we did it. So let's go ahead and pressurize the tank and drain it and test for some leaks. First thing we're gonna need to do is obviously drain the tank because we gotta pressurize it. And I'm gonna hook it to the water hose so I don't have to stand in a puddle of water here. The process is gonna take a few minutes. What's gonna happen is you're gonna see all the water just stop coming out, but the tank is not empty. It's almost done for the first drain. And while it's doing that, while the valve is open, we're gonna come up here and pressurize it and just watch how much comes out when I start pressurizing it. All right, it looks like it's empty. It's just barely dripping right now. So watch this. We're gonna need to put 38 pounds in here. This is gonna take a while. Now it's going to push out the rest of the water. Right now, look at it. So we're going to have to keep doing this with the valve open. Keep filling it with air till it's 38 pounds. That's my tank pressure. That may not be yours. And we're just going to keep doing it until no more water comes out. And then we'll turn the pump on. The pump's been off the whole time. I forgot to mention that. I pulled this out long time ago when I first started the job, and I forgot to mention that, but that's pretty obvious. I'm going to turn everything off before you start working on it. All right, I'll get back with you as soon as it's empty. All right, we're almost at 38. It's a little bit more. 35. This is taking about 10 minutes to do. All right, we're almost at 38. The water at the bottom has stopped. This is all we've got coming out now. And I'm gonna go ahead and close it up, shut it off, and then we're gonna top it off at 38 pounds of pressure. All right, here's the moment of truth. We're gonna go ahead and turn it back on. You hear it filling up in there. It's showing 40 psi, but that does not seem right. I'm gonna just do a couple of drops of soap on this thing to make sure it's not leaking. That looks real good. The other one leaked so bad. Okay, that's good. No leaks at all. Okay, so the pump quit. Looks like it stopped right about 61. Let's see what's coming out here now. We got water, we got pressure. We are back in business. All right, guys, that's my story there, how to fix this tank without having to take it apart and pay somebody an outrageous fee to do something. So guys, chime in with a like, subscribe, Give me some comments. Tell me what you think. And I really appreciate it, guys.